Oh shit. Rick is a straight psycho. You guys saw that. That shit was psychotic. Anyway, Dennis the Menace, he's still following Carol. You already know what that means. This dude, Pete, he's beating the shit out. I mean, he beat the fear of God into them because he's following a killer because he's not afraid because he's used to getting his ass whooped. This guy Pete is beating the fear of God into his wife and kids. Like what's his name? What's that dude? Michael, whatever the dude name was. What the fucking dude name was? I can't remember his name. Damon Wayans. Anyway, Sasha, she's got to kill something. She's in the fucking watchtower, like the damn Justice League, killing off walkers. She had to put a bullet in something. She couldn't feel good without it. After that, Miss Mayer looks like she's getting ready to declare war on for them killing her no good son, or for her no good son dying. What you call him? Carol, she baked her a damn cake and then gave her a card saying that sorry for your loss and everything else like that. She just burned it. And that guy, what's his name? Nick. I think he might have had something to do with it. Anyway, Aaron and Daryl, they're on to something. They're out there looking for recruits and whatnot. They happen to spot something in the distance. Looks like it was a fire or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what it was. Anyway, that fucking clown, Nick, that fucking clown straight lied. The lady was giving him an interview. She was she was interrogating him, and he says, they killed such and such. They killed your son. They tried to kill me. But this lady, she's not that stupid. She's not that stupid. I think she might have took what he said into consideration, but then she said, well, you guys all came back here together. So it doesn't make sense that they were trying to kill this person, that person, this person, that person, and left you alive. They had you at their mercy if they wanted to kill you. And he says, I don't know why the fuck they let me live. But those guys, that's the type of situation it was. This guy's just a straight liar. He's a straight dickhead. That's what it is, period. Anyway, Glenn knows what it is now because he's talking to Rick, and he's saying, these guys don't know. These guys don't know. Chris died right in front of me. Chris never made it back to Bed-Stuy. That type of deal. Once he's seen Chris die right in front of him, this motherfucker got snatched right in front of him. He knew how real it was. It was real in the field. That's when Glenn started to snap, and he started to go around to Rick, Carol, and Daryl's side. But Daryl actually seemed to be the least affected. I think he's probably just used to going back and forth. Remember, because he was living a hard lifestyle before civilization went to shit. So him going back and forth between regular civilization and then going back to, the thug life was probably normal to him. So I think this probably, like, he warmed up to Aaron and whatnot. So I'm thinking that he's probably the one that's most able to adjust. Anyway, that little boy, he spilled the beans, right? And he told Carol that Pete was whooping their ass. He said Pete was in my ass with both feet, knee deep. That's how bad it was. Carol, she wants some get back for all battered women. She said, you know what time it is. Rick says, why do you want me to do this? She said, you know why. So she just came right out. And I like the way they did it, just straight direct. Like, we didn't have to infer, we didn't have to think back, we didn't have to make any kind of, we just knew what it was. She says, I don't like men beating on women. I'll kill them fucking dead in a minute. That's what it was. And she says, I also know you want his woman. Take the girl. You know what I'm saying? He said, kill him and take her. That's what she basically said. He said, I know what it is. She said, go ahead and put your gun game down and get down for the crown. Anyway, Pete shows up at the wrong damn time. Right after that little conversation, right? Rick goes out to think, and he's just looking at that little pond. Pete comes out. Hey, what's going on, buddy? I know we're best friends. He turns around. He says, "Take a fucking hike." He said, either that, I'm gonna give you a damn trick. I'm gonna send you on a trip. I'm gonna give you some wings. He said, I'm gonna put some wings on you. Shit. Or and some damn horns, because he's probably going somewhere else. So Pete takes a hike, and he's looking like, damn, what the fuck is going on with this guy? Anyway, my wife Michonne, even she looks like she's getting ready for the street life again. She looked at her little police uniform, and she just sat there and it's like, I don't know if this fits me. And it's like she had like an epiphany or whatnot. You got to fight. You know, it is what it is. Anyway, Rosita, her fine ass, that's my little mistress. Her and Michonne, they go on a mission to save Sasha. She says, yo, Sasha went haywire. She's a fucking psycho now. She's going around, killing ripe walkers. She waits for the walkers to become ripe before she kills them. And no, I don't know what exactly ripe is, but she waits for that to happen. And they go on their little outing. Rosita and Michonne, they have their little talk and their little breakthrough, whatever, in the meantime, and in between time, and in between rhymes. Anyway, Rick has a talk with the mayor, right? And he threatens her. Now you know what's on. And I don't know if you guys can read between lines, but he threatened her. He says, we have to do something about Pete. And she says, like what? He says, you do know he's beating the brakes off his wife. She says, yeah, I know. He's done it plenty of times, but we need a doctor. And he hasn't killed her yet. And he says it's going to get to that point. And she says, well, what can we do about it? And then he says, we separate them. Then she says, they might get back together. Then what? What if he doesn't listen? And she said, Rick says, we kill him. He was trying to avoid the question at first, but he was basically trying to imply what he was saying. We killed the motherfucker, the no good motherfucker. This lady, right? I gotta say I respect what she's doing, but at the same time, if there's no consequences, how do you keep the order? Because all it takes is for one guy to say, I'm not following the rules. What are you gonna do? And they said that we'll exile them. And he comes back and say, hey, I'm not being exiled. Then what? I mean, at some point in time, where do you draw the line? And he threatens the lady and says, things are going to, what did he say? Something to the tune of things are going to change around here, something. But he threatened the lady and she says, okay, I know where we stand now. So, and she pretty much with Gabriel now. She's like, okay, Gabriel was right. And Gabriel actually is right in terms of Rick. Rick is psychotic right about now. Shoot. Matter of fact, Sasha's psychotic. I think those are the only ones that's really going psycho right now. The other ones, Glenn is on the verge. He's getting ready to have a fucking breakdown. Okay. Anyway, it's Walker season, right? And Sasha's on the fucking hunt. What you call them? Rosita and Michonne, they're out there, and they find out that she's hunting them, and she's all headshots, mind you, and she's blowing their brains out. She's taking the anger out on these things. Not only that, it seems like she can't fit in with, normal civilization. Well, used to be normal civilization. It seems like Michonne and Rosita, none of them can fit in, like, really. I think they just so used to being in the, living the street life, they can't really readjust to being normal again or being what normal was before the apocalypse. Anyway, Carl, he goes out and gets his. He's looking for that girl again. Puppy love, anyway. He finds her. She lets him find her. She could have got away. She said that he was too noisy. That's how she knew that he was following her. She was on the outside. She's used to, she must be used to how it is on the outside. She probably can relate to Carl out of all the other kids. So she's basically a ride or die chick, and now Carl needs her. Carl going out for his, basically. Anyway, Glenn has a little talk with Nick, and he basically threatens him. He says, yo, Nick, he says, those people that died back there, you're to blame. And if it happens again, I'm coming for you. That's what he said. I don't know whether you guys can read between the lines. He says, you're responsible for those people dying. So from now on, you're not going on any mission because you might kill somebody else. And then what's the recourse if he doesn't? If he tells him you can never do something again, how can he tell him that without backing it up? He's got to have some kind of consequences for that. And basically he's telling the dude, I will put a bullet in your fucking brain and scramble your shit if you disobey me. And guy actually has a gat too. He hit him. I wonder where he got it from. He has a little talk with the guy. With Glenn, and Glenn's just like, he said, "Go ahead and test me." That's what Glenn said. Go ahead and test me. So Glenn is dead serious. But this dude has a gat, and he has it like hidden in the woods somewhere, in a little coffee canister. I wonder if that's the same gun that Rick hid, but I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's not, because if I'm from my memory, and I could be completely wrong, then the gun didn't he have a little revolver or whatever that he put in a little coffee blender? I'm still thinking that the girl probably got it, but he had a stash. He stashed the gat. Anyway, Carl and his girl, they go on a little date and they're talking and trying to get to know each other. And she said that she was scared of Carl, right? And then now remember she was on the outside, so of course she's gonna be scared of people. Then she tells Carl that he's scared of her. That means she likes him. That's what she meant by she was scared of him. Not scared as in scared for physical safety. Not that point, because he's not scared for his safety around her, but he was scared of her. So I'm thinking that she was trying to make a parallel and say, you're scared of me the same way I'm scared of you. And, they had their little tree moment. They became tree huggers for a minute. Okay, so anyway, Sasha, she's putting in mad work in the damn dirt. And she's taking out all these different walkers, right? And Rosita and Michonne finally meet up with her, and they said, yo, we need to help you or whatever. You need some help. Let's get out of here. There's too many walkers. They might overtake you. And she says, I got this. Fuck you guys. Anyway, after that, she's blowing out all these walkers' heads. She's blowing the walkers' heads off. And Michonne, she's thinking, and I think that facade she was putting on, like trying to get to safety, and realize that it really isn't any safe spot. I got to deal with this world, and let's go back into it. Remember, that's what Rosita told her. She said, yo, she said, you can be here, but not of here. She said, you don't actually have to abide by the same rules that those guys do. That's basically what she was saying. She said, we can still keep the same mentality we had before we came here, which helped us survive. So that actually did help. And that actually reawakened Michonne's inner killer. Her inner killer is back. My baby is back. She's back in full effect. And that's the girl I know and love. Anyway, they start taking out walkers and shit like that. Sasha, Michonne, and Rosita, they all look like they're having fun. It's like, okay, we're back in the hunt, back in the thick of things. But Sasha, she got overtaken, and she was getting ready to take the walk out, and Michonne helped her. She's mad at Michonne. I don't know exactly why. She says everything worked out for you. She probably doesn't know about Michonne's past, or I'm guessing that's what it is. She probably doesn't know about her past, how she lost a child, she lost a spouse, she lost a brother, so I guess she doesn't know about that, because she just lost two people, and she lost a brother. She lost two, who she lost? Bob, her brother. Who else? Shit, I could be fucking wrong. But anyway, they just lost Noah and whatnot, and it's harder for her to cope with. She told Noah, she says, somebody's got to die tonight. It's probably going to be you, and he died. It was like, damn. So now she feels, guilt about that and shit like that. So she's in another state of mind right now. She's taking the frustration out on them. I'm thinking that all the people are starting to realize it's no going back to normal. Everybody kept saying we're going to, make a little bubble and live a normal life. It's no going back. Now, I think you can actually live a relatively normal life. Like we can have a little community and we can have get together and all that other shit, parties and everything else. But we need to keep a motherfucker in that sniper, in that tower up there sniping motherfuckers. We gotta have that. We gotta have rules. Rules need to be enforced. Motherfuckers, no good motherfuckers need to be dealt with. So that's the type of world we living in now. Now, anyway, goddamn psychos are getting close. The guys that was I don't know if it was one guy or multiple guys going around chopping people up. I mean, they're chopping up walkers, right? Now, dig this. Aaron and Daryl, they come across walker pieces, right? And then they come across this lady who's tied up to this tree with her guts hanging out, and she became a walker. You already know what that means. That lady was alive. She was a normal live human being until these people got to her and straight tortured her. So we dealing with some real fucking psychos. We dealing with some psychos. I mean, American psychos. Anyway, Rick makes his move for his girl, right? And she flips it on him. He sits there and tells her, yo, I can take care of Pete for you. She says, no, I love him. He's just like Ike. He takes real good care of me. He's like Ike Turner. I don't know why women love Ike Turner types. Like Pete went upside her head. She really doesn't want to leave him alone. I don't get it. Anyway, she asks Rick. She flips it on Rick and says, why do you care and whatnot and all the other shit. And he's basically being he's avoiding the question, kind of. And he leaves. And he thinks about it, and then he comes back and he says, yo, your son wanted a gun to protect himself from this fuckhead, this dickhead. So obviously this dude is no good. And if it gets to a certain point, he will kill you. Remember, we're not dealing, they don't have law enforcement nowadays. If he kills her, what are they going to do? All he has to do is disguise it like it's an accident. And on top of that, even if he doesn't do that, they need a doctor. So they willing to let him get away with murder or not. I don't know about literally, but they're willing to let him get away with a lot. They let him get away with beating the fucking brakes off his kids and his wife. They let him get away with that. So that's the case. We live in a different world. She says he got help before and he stopped putting his hands on me. It's not that world anymore. Back then, he was scared of getting locked up and getting killed or whatever. Now he's not afraid of it. It's completely different now. So anyway, she asks him. She said, "Would you do this for anybody else?" She likes Rick. Rick likes her, but she's with him with this motherfucker Pete Peterson or whatever his name is. And she said, "Would you do this for anybody else?" Basically, is he interested in her? And he says, "No, I wouldn't." I was like, "Come on, motherfucker, Rick, goddamn, you ain't gonna help me the shit. You let what I'm saying? Like, that's what I didn't get. Like, I would have said, I thought that I pretty much knew what it was, but I thought that he would say something to the effect of, yeah, I would, but I'm more so concerned with you. That's what I think will make more sense. Like, yeah, but especially you, that would make more sense to me. But because he's talking about how we can't let people beat on their wives and stuff like that. But with that statement, he just said he's a piece of shit with that comment, with that statement. Like in the word Tyson, you're actually a piece of shit with that comment. You know. Anyway, that's what it pretty much proves. Like he'll let somebody get beat because unless they look good. If they look good, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fight for them. But if they don't look good, nah, I'm not sure. You know, or if they're part of the family, maybe. Okay, that seems a little selfish to me. Anyway, she says, okay, I'm with you now. I'm ready to break away from Pete. Pete comes in and Rick is like, yo, I'm getting ready to lay down the law. Now, I thought Rick was just going to run right through Pete, like whoop his ass. Pete, he could put those things together. Pete was pretty nice with the hands. He made Rick fight for it. Rick had to fight for it. So in my mind, I was saying, damn, this is what the woman was dealing with? Because he could throw those combinations together. he did hurt Rick pretty bad, you know, before he got taken out. I was like, damn, he could beat a man like this. And I mean, Rick is trained, and Rick's been, you know, living the thug life for a minute. So if he could do that with Rick, imagine what he did to that woman. And he's totally unleashed. I was like, yeah, they need to kill this guy. Because he can put them things together. Anyway, Rick and Pete, they put on a show and they're beating the hell out of each other in front of everybody. And the takeover pretty much begins. Rick says, yo, you guys do not know how to lead. You need some new leadership around here. We're getting ready to turn this shit over. We're getting ready to turn. He said, I'm going to turn this the rule over, and I'm going to turn this guy's wife out. He said, I'm going to turn her out, then I'm going to turn this whole place over. Anyway, Michonne, the takeover begins, but Michonne basically lands the first blow, and she knocks Rick out. She knocks Rick out. People probably wondering, why would she do that? She's part of the group. Rick was a damn psycho at the damn time. That made sense. He was being a psycho. He was waving his gun at people. Come on now, Rick was out of control. And Rick, you seen Rick was hearing voices or something like that. I don't think that Rick was literally hearing voices, but he did snap at one point in time. Remember back at the prison? He was literally hearing voices back then. Rick has lost it. So Michonne did the right thing by stopping him. So that's what that is. Basically, I think what's going on is Rick's group, they can't really cope with being, you know, in that compound. They always think somebody's after them. They got a chip on their shoulder. You know, they always worried about the get back, you know, and worried about the payback. Some buck that they roughed up way back might come back and get them. That's what they're worried about. So they can't really get to being in the safe environment, or it might only be just a parent. And it pretty much is. He's saying that basically at some point in time, this place is going to get rocked. You guys need to be ready. Good episode. I'm going to go ahead and say, oh man, I'm going to go ahead and say 5 out of 5. I was leaning more towards 4, but I can't see a big issue, any type of real issues with the episode, you know, so why not go ahead and give it a 5? Doesn't seem like there was any issues with it. Very exciting. I think things are coming to a head. We're getting ready to finally get to the takeover. We see how everybody's really thinking. We had inferences on what, you know, Carol was going through Carol's mind, and now we know, you know, and things about to get hectic. They're about to shake it up. We've actually got some foreshadowing into these motherfucking psychos getting ready to come in here. Why not give it a 5? Okay, let me go ahead and see the comments. Okay, yo, that fag. Whew, damn. This guy's pretty hardcore down here. Who's putting W's in people's heads? That's what I was getting ready to say. Those psychos are putting W's on the walkers' heads. So it's so you know, I think they pretty much they're making an announcement like we're coming for, you know, that town. Rick was saying that somebody's gonna come for this place. And he's absolutely right. And there's going to be some real psychos coming. Anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broken. You got the power to change that. Okay, damn. Let me see what the hell is going on. The hell is going on? Okay, yeah, I'm still good. I thought shit went haywire for a minute.